All right, we want to welcome you guys to the Saturday morning training call. Should I say Saturday morning? If you are on the West Coast, it is high noon. If you are on the East Coast, it is 5 p.m. If you're hanging out over in the UK, 6 p.m. If you are in France or Spain, 8 p.m. If you're in the Canary Islands, it would be 7 p.m. If you're in Dubai. It would be 9 p.m. if you are in Reunion Island, and 8 p.m. if you're in Madagascar.
So, now you're just showing off, Todd. You're just showing off.
By the way, guys, as we are every single week, we are here with my man, Mr. Daryl Roberts. We call him MJ. That stands for Michael Jordan, the very best to ever do it. 35 years in the industry, documented, 7-figure earner. His team's blowing up all over the world. They have a huge event today in Sacramento. They got people coming in from everywhere. And so we've only got him for a handful of moments today. But every minute you get with Mr. Daryl Roberts is valuable. I hope your pencils are sharpened. I hope you are ready to go. And so without any further ado, MJ, I throw it to you.
Unbelievable. Hey, Todd, again, back at you as well. You know, I respect you so much as the very best of the very best. And guys, I've been in the industry, like you said, 35 going on 36 years. And I've worked with a lot of incredible, unbelievable people that can do, if you will. But Todd's right there at the very, very tip top. So it is a pleasure. It is an honor. I'm actually humbled to be here every week with you, giving information, disseminating things that we've learned over the years to hopefully impact, not to hopefully, but to impact some people's lives. Guys, I'm going to have about 10 minutes with you today. Hopefully I can impact you guys. Again, Maria and I woke up this morning, and first thing we said, I got up to this kind of unusual. I was up a little earlier than her today because we're traveling and we got a big event today and we're meeting people downstairs in a little bit. So first thing we said when she finally woke up, I said, today is going to be a good day. Today is going to be a good day. And then today is going to be a great day. Today is going to be a great day. And we're smiling. I'm looking at her beautiful face. And then I get that big old mooch. Then I'm good to go. And that's what it's all about, everybody. And I'm not going to go through the other one we do before we go to bed at night, that mantra that I talked about before. But guys, just real quick, some of the things that can really create success for people. And I'm going to dive into this today. So you guys are seeing a new slide right now that the people in Sacramento are going to be seeing. Travorium Success. Is this up right now? Mm-hmm. So the thing I got to look back is that I lasted through. No, I think we got to go back one more, babe, because that's the second one, I believe.
Are you sure they said 46? So
we got to go backwards. So, all right, so guys,
that's what's back.
Let's go one forward, and. Yeah, so we got to go to this one, and then we go back to that last one. So this is the first one. Okay, so guys, again, still putting some stuff together here. But, when you talk about success in business, you talk about success in life, most people don't understand the formula for success. People just don't get it. And when I first started, I didn't get it either. Todd didn't get it either. No successful person gets, becomes successful or knows what the formula really is. They have an idea. They know they want to do this. They want to do that, whatever the case may be. And then they actually go out and start doing it. And then they learn from that scenario. So see, I started 36 years ago and I was very bad. Wasn't very good at it. Trying to talk to people. I had a lisp. I didn't know what to say. I was failing all the time. Nobody was signing up. Nobody would get started. Nobody would buy my product, my service, etc. I was literally very, very, very bad. I was literally very, very, very bad. But I was okay with doing what it took to not stay bad. Now, guys, I'm going to say that again. You're taking a note on that, write that down. But I was okay with doing what it took to not stay bad. Put a star by that one because I was willing to do anything and everything. You have to be willing to be bad and keep going long enough to get good. Okay, guys, did that make sense? See, this was what I was willing to do, and I understood that most people go have problems and challenges, and the next thing you know, they're not in the business. And then it goes from this, guys, I lasted through the learning curve. So that's the issue that most people have challenges with. It is that valley of disappointment. Understand that that's where most people run into it. So you want to be a doctor, guys. You're not going to start as a doctor. I want to go to med school, want to be a doctor. You're not going to go there in one day and then start operating on somebody. You're not going to do brain surgery, be a neurologist. You're not going to do any of those type of things the first day. So I lasted through the learning curve. When I went to university, I lasted through the 4 years to get my degree. You can't go to university and within, a week or two, okay, I should have my degree, right? No, you get into that valley of disappointment, the challenges, the issue of people not signing up, whatever the case may be. And that's where it causes the challenge where most people quit. The difference between me and the other people that started with me 36 years ago, I can see their faces right now that ended up quitting because of what we're talking about right here. They're living mediocrity lives. They're living mediocre lives. They're not doing what they want to do. They've been working for 35 years, getting up when they don't want to get up, doing things that they don't want to do, missing out with their wives or their families or their husbands or their kids. They're not being able to do the things, coming back home tired, exhausted, etc. The difference between me and those people, ladies and gentlemen, I was willing to keep doing what I was bad at until I was no longer bad at it. That is a key. That is a trick. That is the golden goose today. If you can understand what we say there, what I'm saying there, it makes all the difference in the world. I started at the bottom 5%. We all start.
Yeah.
Now we're in the top 5%. And people can actually go to that level. Anybody can. If you look at me today, totally different than I was when I was at the bottom 5%. If you're the best top surgeon in the world, the top 10, the top 100 surgeons in the world, when they first started, they were in the bottom 5%. They didn't know what to do, how to do it until they learned to do it. And then they had their residencies and practice and all the things that you do with that. But I can say that for any situation that are out there. You're at the bottom 5%. Any of you can go to the top 5% if you're willing to continue to do the things that you need to do. We always say it every week, keep doing the right things when the wrong things are happening. I just said it a little different today than Todd and I always say this every single week, but keep doing the right things when the wrong things are happening. No question about it. And here's the last slide. I'll end it on today. You have to change your relationship with failure. We all do this. The first thing that happens, you go out there and somebody gives you a knuckle sandwich. 5 people say no to you. Somebody gets in, then they quit, and you go through these issues. You go through these challenges. That is failure. We use failure to benefit, to teach us. We didn't let it defeat us. Failure is a learning process. It is a stepping stone to success. And once I figured that out decades ago, it didn't matter. I could run into any failure. And as long as I learned from my failure, I got better. I put things together. I said it this way, man, I need to tweak that a little bit. I said it that way, I need to tweak it a little bit. And then eventually you get good at doing the things that you need to do. So Todd, that's it. That's my part for today. I hope that was encouraging. We've got a ton more stuff we're going to be sharing with the Sacramento group after we do the presentation, but sounds like we're going to be coming out here a lot more. But I want to thank you guys for being here this morning. Hopefully that blessed you, that little 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes that I went through today. It is the real fact. It is the thing that can help you reach your goals and objectives. So God bless you guys. Todd, we'll see you a little bit later on. And
I was gonna say, you guys are not done for the day. You guys are doing the Sacramento event today, which is going to be huge, right?
Yeah.
I know you're meeting with people this morning, and you're still doing the Saturday back dive, the back office deep dive, right? But it's really Travorium versus Expedia. It's live price comparisons. Documentation beats conversation. All you guys have to do is invite anyone and everyone that you want to convince that we are less money, because we are. We are going to prove unequivocally that we are up to 70% less than all the other guys. So Jeremy, we're going to be doing that today, 12 o'clock California time, 3 o'clock East Coast time, 2 o'clock Texas time, 5 o'clock UK time. Excuse me, 8 o'clock UK time, 9 o'clock if you're in France or Spain. And so, guys, all you got to do is invite people to be there. But Daryl, unbelievable. I know you got to run. But guys, I hope you guys were taking notes today, man. I mean, I'm over here taking notes, right? This is not my first rodeo, and I'm over here taking notes. I mean, the way they begin their day. Today is going to be a great day. Today is going to be a good day. If Daryl and Maria Roberts wake up every day and they have an affirmation they say first thing every single morning, you think, well, Todd, can that really help? Why not try it? All right. Why not try it? But yes, they have in fact proven that the way you start the day is going to create the momentum and the trajectory of the way the rest of your day is going to go, right? Obviously being okay, doing what it took not to be bad, right, guys? Embrace the suck, okay? Embrace the suck. I don't care who you are. Before you can be great, you have to be good. Before you can be good, you have to be bad. And before you can be bad, you have to begin. You know, my daughter set the home run record at her college with that ball right there. A lot of you guys know that. You can see there says record on the ball. I keep that on my desk, as you can imagine, pretty proud of that ball. And we had a batting cage in the backyard. You know, I built her a batting cage. We had lights in it. When we first began, you begin like any kid does. She's got the bat. I'm a few feet in front of her. I got the ball, right? Okay, here we go. Ready? Didn't even come close. Nowhere even close to hitting the ball. Try it again. Here we go, honey. Watch the ball. Here we go. Here we go. Missed. Not even close. Horrible stance. Hold the bat wrong. I mean, all of those things. Everybody begins the exact same way. Everybody begins in the bottom 5%, and it's a ladder, and we climb our way to the place we want to be. Embrace the process. Fall in love with the process. So there's too many people, well, they're afraid of how they're going to look. They're afraid of how this, I mean, again, you have to get over that. You got to have your dreams bigger than your fears. Again, have your dreams bigger than your fears. But guys, today, Saturday, right, at 12 o'clock, we're going to go back there, do the live presentation. You guys can screenshot the screen. It's got the Zoom ID number there. There's 2 ways to get up there, 2 ways to get to the meeting today. You can go to meetupworldwide.com. Again, meetupworldwide.com. It's on the screen. And I also have the Zoom ID down there that you can enter. 2 different ways you get to the same place. And so again, that'll be today. We'll be talking about that again, but all you got to do is invite guests. It's a full presentation. It's going to be the company, the product, the compensation. We're going to do everything, right? But in particular, we're going to be doing the live pricing demo, us versus Expedia, so people can see that we're in fact bringing a brand new model to the travel industry. We are in fact 40, 50, 60, 70% less than the other guys. Now, real quick, before I get into the training, I do want to invite a special guest on the call today. In fact, I was going to promote the event today anyway. We have a huge event coming up in Nice. I'm going to be there in Nice, France. That the event is June the 2nd. I will be there, but I will also be at the event in Las Vegas, Nevada. And that is going to be on July the 12th. We have a huge gala. A lot of you guys don't know that. Friday night before the training, there's going to be a huge gala, black tie. It's going to be unbelievable. Daryl Roberts just gave all of the ambassadors kind of a preview as to what's going to happen. But again, then we're going to have the training July 13th in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, I'm not the only one going to both events, right? We have Miss Christine from France. She's bilingual. Who knows? She might be quadruple lingual. I mean, people over there speak 15 different languages, right? You speak 3? All right. Anyway, I barely speak 1. She's one of those people that speaks all these different languages. She's incredible. I know that she has translated me and David Hart before in different situations. But Christine, you are coming to Las Vegas, Nevada, July, all the way from France.
Yes,
and you're also going to be in the event in Nice. So I wanted to bring you on to talk about what made you decide to do that. And by the way, Christine's a 2-star director on the way to 3-star. And some of you are like, wow, well, if I were a 2-star, I would go 2. That's not how it works. She started going to all the events, and that's how she became a 2-star. She keeps going to the events. That's how she's going to become a 3-star. And she'll go to the event after that. That's how she's going to become an ambassador, right? You can't just sit there and say, well, if I had some heat, I'd put some wood in the fire. No, you got to start putting wood in. You got to start loading, and then eventually the heat's going to come. You got to do the work, and then the money's going to come. But Christine, I want to turn it over to you and congratulate you on your success and
Thank you.
congratulate you on your leadership for being at both events.
Thank you very much, Todd. Hello, everybody. Okay, so as Daryl said at the beginning, today is going to be a good day. And today is a good day. For me, 2024 is going to be a good year. And I'm on that projection. I am on, this is my goal, to have a good year on 2024. And as you said, Todd, we cannot go in advance and we can go ahead if we don't go to the events. I will that since the first year I came to Travorium. For the people who doesn't know me, my name is Christine. I am here in this company for 2.5 years. I am a 2-star director, but I was sleeping for the first year because I'm doing 2 jobs. I'm working very hard for a bank in France, the biggest bank in Paris, and I'm working 10 days an hour. On the side, I'm doing Travorium. I decided last week I'm going to have Travorium as my plan A. I'm leaving my job on March to work only on Travorium and to be 100% on Travorium. And that's why I'm going to the both events, because now this is my job and I will do it full time. And watch me, I'm coming.
Now, I remind everybody, if you can't do Travorium part-time, you got no business doing the business full-time, right? But Christine's proven, hey, she's been going to the event. She's on all the Zooms. She's from France, right? But she's on the Zoom every Saturday. She's also on the Sunday Zoom with Danny Seguinall every Sunday. But I'll be on the Zoom with you guys tomorrow. And so, I mean, but she's plugged in. I mean, she's, going through the steps. What does it take to go from the beginning? Everyone begins at the bottom, right? It's like my daughter trying to swing the bat, not even close, right? We all start at the beginning. I got a 1-year-old granddaughter trying to learn how to walk, right? A lot of falling down, right? We all begin the exact same way. It's a ladder. How do I climb the ladder? How do I learn? How do I practice and then train and, plan, do, review, right? How do I do the right things to get to where I want to go? And she's been doing those things. And congratulations, Christine, on going full-time in March. Can't wait to see you at the events. And thank you for coming on today.
You're welcome. Bye-bye, Todd. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, Christine. By the way, guys, we have another lady. I was going to, in fact, I'm going to do a series of rank advancements here, a series of things that have happened. And then I also want to get into the training today, right? Because we've had so many unbelievable things happening as a company. I mean, the sales are absolutely off the chart. We did an ambassador Zoom, all the ambassadors, with Mr. David Hart on Monday. And it was like the 15th of the month. He's like, guys, in 15 days, we've already done like 1.7 the number of sales we did all of last January. I mean, guys, the growth is evident. The growth is unbelievable. The number of world tours that are being booked is off the chain, off the chart. Well, what does that mean? All of those people going on the world tours, all of those people that experience our product, right? That go, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm really in Venice for $1. I'm really in Puerto Vallarta for $29. I'm really in Dubai because we had that one for $1 or $99 or whatever the price is, right? There's so many different world tours. I'm really in Portugal, at that 5-star resort with the championship golf course. I'm really here for whatever the price is. When they go and they know that it's real, they go back, oh my gosh, here's my pictures, right? They post it on social media. All of that causes our growth. We are going to have way more people travel this year than in any time in our history. What does that mean? I'm going to be here next year, God willing, right? I'm going to be here next year at January telling you, oh my gosh, our sales are twice what we did last year. Those sales were twice what we did the year before. Now, that doesn't mean anything if you don't take the correct steps. You don't just want to be sitting there, as Daryl says, shuffling your paper from your left side of your desk to the right side of the desk, congratulating Christine. Wow, I remember when she was just a 1-star. Then she went 2-star. Then she quit her job. Now she's an ambassador, and you're sitting there doing nothing, right? You don't want to be sitting there like, man, I remember when Eager got started. Then he went 2-star. Now he's an executive chairman. The guy's making $2 million a year, and you're sitting there still thinking about it, right? We got to propel you into action. A body in motion stays in motion. A body at rest stays at rest. Anybody who's ever worked out knows that, right? And a lot of you done that. When you get in the habit of working out, right? And you're working out every day, You don't think about it. You don't sit there like, oh man, should I do it? Should I not do it? Right? You just do it. You don't even think about it. You just do it. A body in motion stays in motion. This is just what we do. We go, we're going to go out, work out, do the push-ups, whatever it is you do to work out. The same is true with building the business. And so some of you are like, man, we just got to get you to take the first step. You are literally one step away from a fortune. You are one workout away from getting in shape. Because if I could just get you on the treadmill, and I do understand how hard that can be. I've been one of those people, man, I worked out every day, got off track. I can't, but how did I ever get off track? Man, I was doing it every day. How did this happen? Right? Okay, but man, tomorrow, right? Tomorrow comes, all right, okay, look, come Monday, it's on, right? And then come Monday, well, and then weeks go by, then months go by, and then, oh my gosh, what am I doing? And eventually you get down there and you do the workout and you're like, man, how come I didn't do this a while ago? What was holding me back? What was I even thinking? Because that first workout feels kind of good. You get a little sweat going and you know what I mean? You just feels awesome. And the same is true when we can propel you into action with your business. Now, huge shout out to Karen Lynn, by the way, because the same type of Zoom that we're going to do today, we did for Karen, Steve, and Bev. Brand new in the business, by the way. These guys are absolutely incredible, right? So they come into the business. I'm gonna grab a picture of Karen here. Hold on real quick. Shout out to you, Karen. I know you're on here. So here's Karen, Miss Karen, new in the business, right? We did a Zoom, a launch Zoom. If you guys aren't doing launch Zooms, right? Do a launch Zoom. Who's gonna do my launch Zoom? I'll do it for you, right? Call me. I will do your launch Zoom. You invite people on. It's just you and your team. And we'll go through, we'll do the live pricing demonstration, talk about who we are, where we're going. Anyway, Miss Karen, Steve, and Bev had one on Thursday. Karen's already got 5 people from one Zoom, got 5 people already signed up. Already got her 3. One Zoom, already got 5 people signing up. She's hoping to, by the end of the week, be 8 left, 8 right. She's got a bunch of people coming to the one today. We're going to do some follow-up calls. We're going to do another Zoom, right? Guys, you are one launch Zoom away. A body in motion tends to stay in motion. Now, guys, again, just recently, these are all recent promotions. Now, I'm not doing 1 stars, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, which all of those are incredible. I'm just kind of going to be a highlight just real quick some of the big things that have happened just in the last couple of months that it's easy to just like it all kind of blends together. But Miss Cynthia Sly in 14.3 months, 1 year, 2 months. By the way, she beat Andrew Ivanov because Andrew did it in 14.5 months. She beat Andrew to this amount of money and to this rank by like a few days. I've been meaning to send that to Andrew. Say, Andrew, by the way, buddy. Anyway, congratulations, Cynthia. I mean, they're both incredible. Again, 14.3 months to get to $170,000 per year in reoccurring residual income. If something were to happen to Cynthia, her husband, Mike, would inherit that money. If something were to happen to them, they would leave it to the family. The check's not only going to come in, the check is going to continue to go up. By the way, how about Eager and Larissa? You may forget it was just a couple of months ago that Eager hit 2-star ambassador and Larissa on her own hit 1-star. By the way, this is a family unit, guys. They both together hit 2-star and they both together hit 1-star. Sometimes we kind of separate this stuff a little bit. It's really a team effort, right? But guys, no matter how you look at it, they're 4-star ambassadors, right? Ambassador plus 1-star. Okay. That's like being that's 2. And then Eager, ambassador 1 and 2, they are, 5-star ambassador. They're 4-star ambassadors, right? So, I mean, they're absolutely incredible. $300,000 a year and residual income in 13 months. How about Ambassador Deborah Taylor and Pastor Guy Taylor? Of course, we all love Coach D. Again, just to remind you guys that they had all kinds of issues. I mean, she's gone through trial after trial after trial. Her upline quit twice. She had 2 different uplines quit. 2 different uplines tried to steal her entire team. When she began, her husband was in intensive care. Obviously, we all know that the late great Guy Taylor, he passed away when he was a 2-star director. But that business went to be a 3-star, 4-star ambassador, now 1-star ambassador. I mean, guys, does this thing work? I mean, somebody who went to be with the Lord not only has his check coming in every week, every month, the check is going up. And if you don't know the story, they left his business to their granddaughters, Ava and Gracie. The money goes into a trust account being invested on their behalf. And so Pastor Guy, in one last effort before he went to be with the Lord, told a few who told a few, became a 2-star director, just like Christine is today. And that business is growing to the place it will make their granddaughters millionairesses. Not if, not maybe, they are millionairesses, guy. Unbelievable. How about Ark and Tatiana? Tatiana, by the way, December 15th at 1-star ambassador. Ark is like that far away from being an ambassador. They are currently $200,000 a year in residual income in 18 months. How about Andrew Ivanov? He just hit this like last week, 170,000 years. He was 14.5 months. Cynthia was 14.3 months. I mean, amazing track record. These both are like, they're so parallel in what they're doing. But Andrew, congratulations to you in Svetlana. Absolutely amazing. And then guys, 2 days ago, not yesterday, but literally the night before. So it's really almost yesterday, right? That happened the night before. We have our first brand new ambassador in the country of Kazakhstan. Now, how many of you could even spell that? How many of you could even find it on a map, right? I mean, I'm with you. I'm going to say, I'm not criticizing you. I'm telling you, I couldn't spell Kazakhstan. I couldn't point it out on a map, right? But we have an ambassador there. It's blowing up. I got Eager saying, Todd, you got to go to Kazakhstan. We're going to go there in April. Come with us, right? You know, like, yeah. Where's that at again? And so anyway, guys, it's amazing business. But she did this 120 grand a year. Actually, like 123 grand a year, by the way, in 5.5 months. Now, this is not about a race. I'm not trying to compare what these people have done to what you have done, right? We all are running our own race. Some of these people paid the price somewhere else. Remember, we all begin in the bottom 5%, right? Dale and Maria were already in the top 5% before they ever came to our company. You know, Eager and Larissa had already read the book, Think and Grow Rich, 50 times before they ever came to our company. Andrew Ivanov, he owns a car dealership, right? He already was in the top 5% before he ever came to our company, right? But it shows that, man, this can happen quickly, and all of you are going to get there. It doesn't matter if it takes you 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. It doesn't matter. By the way, Ambassador Deborah Taylor, because she got started along with me and Daryl and Danny and a lot of other people way back when we didn't have everything we have today. We didn't have 8 to 9 world tours a month. We didn't have trip incentives. We didn't have getaways. We didn't have all these events with galas and all. I mean, we didn't have 2-star rings or all the different kind of bonuses the companies put in. In fact, when we first got started, ambassadors made $4 grand a month. Now ambassadors make $10,400 a month. Wait, how'd they go from $4 grand a month to $10,400? The company kept making announcements. So we started, didn't pay that much, right? And so again, it took Ambassador Taylor 4 years to get there. It doesn't matter how long it takes you. All that matters is that we get you there. I just want to point out, by the way, that we got people succeeding, and they're beginning to succeed faster and faster and faster. Why? Because the company's becoming self-evident. This acceleration is going to continue. And again, 300 grand a year and 13 months for Eager and Larissa. Where do you think they're going to be next year? Where do you think they're going to be the year after that? Where do you think they're going to be the year after that? Where do you think they're going to be 10 years from now? And guys, that is the trajectory, the trend line you want to look at. By the way, brand new 4-star director. In fact, she's probably not even a 4-star yet. It's going to happen today. She was 8 away yesterday. Texted me last night, 5 away. Got more people coming in, right? But the reason I have her up here, because she's either a 4-star today or tomorrow. Congratulations, Arena. But she spent 20 years managing a dental office. Okay. In 6 months, Arena was earning more money working part-time with Travorium than she did working full-time managing the dental office. Now, she's done that for a long time. She's been earning more money from us for over 6 months. She got there in 6 months. She's been with us over a year. She got there in 6 months. Okay. But for about 6 months, she's been making more money part-time with us than she makes full-time at her regular job. Well, they've also got some Airbnbs and some other things. She took the money and done some other things to create even extra income. And so yesterday was her last day on the job. And so we want to, I mean, guys, you should be freaking hitting the heart like you can't imagine, and hitting the party and hitting the praise. I mean, yesterday was her last day on the job. Yesterday was the last day. Her alarm went, time to get up, drive in the traffic, suck on the tailpipe of the car in front of you. A guy telling you what time to be there, what time you can go to lunch, whether you can do this or you can do that. No more. I called her. I said, set my people free. Right. And so congratulations, Arena. Unbelievable. So proud of you. So happy for you and your entire family. You can now begin to live your life the way you want to live your life. A huge shout out to B Cash and Stacy Wynn. B Cash, he's unbelievable. Been here a couple months, 85 people on his team. I mean, they're putting him in. I couldn't get him to come on the Zoom today. He's like, look, I may sound funny, but I make money, right? He goes, I may not talk good, but I sign people up. And they're absolutely incredible. B Cash, Stacy, they're Anita, they're on fire. By the way, they're part of Arena's team. Alex has been working with them. A huge shout out to Alex, right? By the way, this is the way they're recruiting. Okay, this is their recruiting method, guys. They simply invite people to these video chats on Facebook. And so you can go in there and like I can put in B Cash, I can put in Stacy, I can put in Arena, I can put in Deirdre Maria, Danny Seguinall, and I can hit video chat and it's going to call everybody. And it's going to call everybody at the exact same time. And they've had up to like 13, 14 people at a time. And anybody that answers, we're all on video screen together, just like you see there on the screen. So it initially started with 3 of us, and then they started adding people, right? The gentleman there in the bottom left-hand corner, he's a pastor. He's about to go 2-star director, only been here a couple seconds. Huge shout out to the pastor, right? But they do these video chats all day long. And so if you got a prospect, right, they just add the prospect in, you go talk to a lot of other people, and people are signing up. Guys, by the way, you'll notice that Stacy is laying in bed, right? She goes, a lot of them were laying in bed. The other guy was in bed too. I was on the couch, right? Laying sideways. It's kind of a late night conversation. Everybody was laying in bed, right? On the video chat, making money. I don't know if I can do this business. Really? You're not sure if you can lay in bed and talk on a video chat? Especially when most of the talking's being done by other people, guys. It is so simple, it's hard. In fact, if I had to simplify our business in a couple of sentences, I would put it this way. Our business is nothing more than asking someone one of a few questions. Are you open or do you like to travel? Would you like to travel for less? Would you like the ability to earn vacations where you can travel for virtually nothing? Are you open to making money? Do you want to change your life? You're looking for people in one of those categories, whether it's the travel, I want to make more money, I want to change my life, right? So you're looking for a person who answers in the affirmative. Yes, that is something I'm open to. Then you introduce the prospect to 10 other people that are in Travorium. And I don't care which 10 they are. In fact, too often we think only of going upline, and we don't think about necessarily using our downline if you have a downline, right? Or even a cross line, right? The key is to get them on a phone call, on a Zoom, on a video chat with somebody else. I gave this speech in France in August. Remember, I don't speak French. I said, and I was on stage, we had about 600 people there. I said, I could go out and recruit 5 people today, piece of cake. I just need one of you to translate for me. We'll go out on the streets. I'll ask everyone that walks up, hey, I'm from the United States of America. We have a company blowing up. We're looking for great people. Are you somebody who's looking to make a ton of money? And I'm just looking for the people to say yes. I just need you to translate that. Once I have 10 people that say yes, I'm somebody that wants to make a ton of money. I then look at the audience, like 600 in the audience. I said, I close my eyes. Give me any 10 of you. I don't care which 10. I don't care how long you've been here. I don't care how little you've been here. I don't care if you made money, made no money, been on a trip, not been on a trip. I don't care if you struggled. None of that matters. Any 10 of you, give me 10. I will have all 10 of you tell my 10 prospects your story. Why did you join Travorium? Why did you get excited? Every one of you have a story. But Todd, I've been here a year. I've not been on a trip yet. I signed nobody up. It doesn't matter. Why did you join the company? Why? Because I want to travel the world. I can't wait to go to this place and I want to fire my boss. And I want to build something for my kids. Tell that to my prospect. Tell that story to my prospect. I take my prospect, or in this case, the 10 people in France, right? And I have 10 of them tell their story to all 10 of my prospects, and I will sign up 3 to 5. I'll sign up 3 to 5 all day long. That is the business, right? Everything else is commentary, right? Don't get me wrong. There's different techniques and follow up and this and that, and what script and what Zoom. I get that, right? Guys, the business is as simple as finding somebody that wants to travel for less, somebody who wants to travel more, somebody who wants to travel better. A little shout out to Joe Maria there. Somebody who wants to obviously have the ability to earn travel, right? I want to travel for virtually nothing. Remember, we got that referral program, Refer 3. And then somebody who wants to make money, somebody who wants to change their life. Anybody in that category that says, yes, I'm one of those people, meet these 10 people. Get them on a video chat. You see B Cash and Stacy, they just started adding people in. We're all just sitting on there chit-chatting, having fun, goofing around, right? And people, prospects begin to learn about the business, right? Oh, yeah, I went on this trip, that trip. Yeah, this looks kind of good. I mean, again, it is that simple. It's nothing more than introducing people, but huge shout out to them. They're doing incredible things. That's why I put them on the presentation today. Now, guys, I'm going to walk through some information. I want to try to stretch your vision a little bit. I've covered some of this information a little bit before. Guys, the travel industry, if I go back to 2005, was a $6 trillion industry. Today, it is a $10 trillion industry. Now, I've sent this article out to a lot of you. If you didn't get it, request it from me again. I will send it to you, right? But you should have this article. Travel is going to go from 10 trillion, what it currently is, to 15.5 trillion in the next 9 years. That means travel is going to grow by 5 trillion in the next 9 years. That means travel is going to grow by more than the entire oil industry in the next 9 years. Guys, we have a couple aircraft carriers in the Middle East protecting that oil. Energy is the number 2 or number 3, and I think it's number 3. The number 3 industry in the world. Travel is going to grow by more than the entire energy industry in the next 9 years. This industry is exploding. Now, how big is that number? Okay. So a lot of you probably never seen 15 trillion, 500 billion written before, right? So I put it up on the screen here. This is what it looks like. You can see my cursor. 15 trillion, 500 billion. If we simply capture 1/4 of 1% of 15, if we can just find 1/4 of 1% of all the people traveling, and we get them on the live demo with Daryl and Maria today, and we show them, here's Expedia, here's us, here's Expedia, here's us, and we are in fact 40, 50, 60, 70% less, and all the other trips, right? All we need is 1/4 of 1%, and we would be 38,750,000,000. Now you might be thinking, well, yeah, Todd, how big is that? We're bigger than Netflix. We would be bigger than Netflix. They have 247 million subscribers, right? Now, I'm not suggesting that is going to happen. What I am suggesting is this industry is so big that if you do something, just get in motion. A body in motion stays in motion. If you just do something, you have a 100% chance of winning. You have a 100% chance of having an amazing financial outcome for you and your family. You cannot possibly miss. It's like saying, all I got to do is throw a dart and hit the ocean, and I'm standing in the water. I mean, it's the ocean. You can't possibly miss. I mean, the second, well, Todd, I only threw it an inch, and it fell in water. I mean, you can't possibly miss, right? So part of it's realizing just how big this is. Now, part of that is being driven by demographics, right? Why is travel exploding? And I've covered this before, but again, 66% of the global population, 2 out of every 3 human beings on the entire planet fall into this category. My daughters are 3 of them. They would rather have a dream vacation than a luxury item. They want experiences more than things, right? It is a changing time, a changing place. Now, guys, I'm going to digress for a second because it's not just about travel. It is a changing marketplace for people out there who are trying to get ahead financially, okay? I'm going to play you guys a little TikTok video. It comes from a financial guru Let me grab the video here because this video, and again, guys, I'll send you this video if you want it. But when you see the video, you'll understand why I'm showing it to you, right? This is the landscape that people are currently operating in. I had the video loaded up. Where did the video go? Oh, where did my video go? All right, hold on. Give me a second here. Me and Danny were talking about it a moment ago. Like, Danny had a great comment. Danny wrote back, he goes, the guy speaks real numbers. Are people deaf, blind, or just dumb? People need money. People need us. They just don't get it, right? Anyway, so that's 100% true. Okay, I got the video loaded up, guys. All right, here we go. I apologize. I did have it preloaded. I don't know how it didn't get preloaded here. I don't have the producer like Daryl where I can just be hands-free, keep talking, and videos appear out of nowhere. All right, here we go. Share screen. All right, you guys are going to love this. You guys, you're going to want this video. This is the reality of today's economic situations. Here we go.
Z doesn't agree that $74,000 is middle class. No kidding, it's not even close. Check this out. If you take $74,000 for a Gen Zer, let's say they have a bachelor's degree and they're 25 years old. First of all, $74,000 is much higher than the average income. Most Gen Zers are probably making anywhere from 40 to 50, maybe 60, but let's use 74. The take home after taxes, 401k, and health insurance is $4,300. The average college monthly payment on a loan is about $500. You're down to $3,800. Let's say this person is financially responsible, decides to split a 2-bedroom apartment in a medium-sized city like Orlando, so that their payment is $1,200 a piece, $200 for utilities, so $1,400. Now, unless they're going to have Lucky Charms and peanut butter and jelly, their groceries are going to cost about $600 if they're trying to get chicken, beef, and some healthy stuff. You have a $400 car payment, $200 in insurance, $150 for gas, $100 for a cell phone, leaves you with $950. This is no savings, investment, no emergency fund. Let's give them at least $300 to go on a couple dates or to hang out with their friends for the month so they can enjoy life a little bit. They're left with only $650. A bachelor's degree, $74K salary. You are splitting a 2-bedroom apartment with a friend and only have $650 left a month. It would take you years to save up the $30,000 that you would need for a down payment on a house with the closing costs. But even if you could get that down payment saved, you would still need to make $120,000 a year to be considered for a $400,000 loan. The middle.
So guys, that is the reality of the demographics that are happening out there. This is the kind of thing you hear, again, when you look at the biggest platforms in the world, right? And we celebrate them every day. Oh, Amazon, yes. Amazon's an entrepreneurial platform. Most of what's sold on Amazon is not sold by Jeff Bezos. It's sold by little independent people like you and I. We buy stuff, we ship it into the Amazon warehouse, right? And by the way, I see James Singleton today. James, send me a message on text, right? If you guys don't have my text, if you guys don't have my number, you should have my number. My phone number is 951-445-9500. Again, 951-445-9500. Again, 951-445-9500. And yes, text me. I'll get you guys all that video. There's a few others too, by the way, just as powerful. Other kinds of numbers, other ways of looking at it, right? But going back to Jeff Bezos, right? That's not his money tied up in inventory. It's 70% of what gets sold on Amazon is little independent people like you, me, Daryl, Maria, like Coach D, like Christine, like Sarah and Jeremy Pease, and Cynthia Sly and Dr. Renee. We go buy stuff, we ship it to the Amazon warehouses, it gets listed on their site, they sell it, and we get a little commission, right? Again, it's an entrepreneurial platform. Why do you think they built that thing? They understand what's happening in the marketplace. Uber is a chance where you take your own car and go pick up total strangers in the back seat, right? I mean, you're driving the car, they're in the back seat, right? I mean, this is even like a little, if you ever saw the movie The Godfather, right? You're like, anytime I'm in the front seat, there's someone in the back seat, bad things can happen, right? And again, it's a little, scary and weird, but people are doing it. Well, I gotta make some money. People are using their own car, driving the thing to death because I gotta make some money. Uber understood the demographics and what is happening. That the old model is no longer working. Airbnb. I have the lady who cleans my teeth. She has a place here in Temecula, an apartment, okay? And she literally leaves her apartment, okay, every other weekend and has strangers come stay in her apartment. She goes to stay with a friend, okay? just so that she can earn the money to travel. Of course, I mean, by the way, she knows David Hart. She knows me. We've sent her the videos. We've talked to her. Some people, she's a great gal, love her to death. But some people, even when you shake them, even when they want it, it's just one of those things, right? But literally has strangers come in her bedroom. They're in her closets. They're in her kitchen every other weekend. Why? Because she needs to make some money. By the way, her apartment building says you can't do Airbnbs. She has to take pictures of the inside because she doesn't dare take pictures of the outside, or they'll realize it's her, right, in the apartment building, which is illegal. I mean, she's even having to like bend the rules to make the extra money to do the things she wants to do. That's how bad people need to make some money. People are doing DoorDash and Instacart. They need to make some money. Guys, the old model is not working. We're going to show people how they can make money while they're asleep, because none of those things fulfill the tenet that comes from Warren Buffett. A lot of you know the quote, and if you don't know the quote, you need to learn it by heart. Unless you find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until the day you die. You guys should be able to say that the same way I just said it. It should roll off your tongue, because he's the 5th richest man in the entire world. No, he did not inherit any money. He built that from scratch on his own because he understands something about money, right? And guys, we're bringing a brand new model to the travel industry, one that we're going to document for you today at 12 o'clock California time, 3 o'clock East Coast time, 8 o'clock if you're in the UK, 9 o'clock if you're in France with Christine, and we are going to show proof positive. We are 40, 50, 60, 70% less, bringing a brand new model, doing things in travel that have never, ever been done before in an industry that's exploding. And if we capture 1/4%, right? I just loaded the long slide. If we capture 1/4%, you have a 100% chance of winning. You could not possibly miss. You could not possibly not have some of the things that you want to have happen in your life come to fruition. All right. So guys, let me move on. I kind of made that point there. Again, the travel industry, you guys know all about this. 2 companies control the entire space. Again, we're going to prove that today. We blacked out the names here. Just another example, side by side, guys. Again, not if, not maybe. We are saving people money on the travel space. We're doing things that have never been done before. I kind of covered this last week with our compensation program. Again, guys, we're doing things there that have never been done before. But the point is, the old model is no longer working. By the way, student loan debt, kids are living at home in the basement with their parents, right? Because they can't afford to pay back the student loan debt. And I'm going to get to the thing I want to really cover today, right? Number one, by the way, guys, if you look at these numbers here, and again, I can send you these slides. I'm kind of rushing here because I've looked at the time. It's 2022. There's 70 million people. Let me say that again. 70 million people. Only 300 million in the US. 70 million people have embraced the gig economy. Out of the 300 million in the US, a lot of them are kids. 770 million have embraced the gig economy. They are looking for a side hustle. Go to the year 2028. 20 million more are looking for a way to make extra money. And I always love it when someone's new. Hey, who do you know I might want to make some money? I don't know anybody. Hello, are you freaking kidding me? Right? I mean, again, all you got to do is open your mouth, right? A closed mouth does not get fed. And I get that not everyone's going to jump on it right away. It's a process, learn the skill. But guys, you are literally sitting on 2 massive megatrends. The megatrend of people looking for a side hustle, looking for a way to make extra money. And what we're doing is far superior. Because if I do Uber, it's just another job. If I don't work, I don't get paid. If I do Amazon, if I'm not shipping new stuff in, I don't get paid. If I'm doing the Airbnb and I don't, get out of my apartment, let someone else, come there, I don't get paid. And so here, we're helping you build this subscription-based model, no different than Netflix, where you're going to get paid every single Friday, just like Ambassador Deborah Taylor, the late, great Ambassador Guy Taylor, where the business continues to explode, the check continues to come in, it goes to his granddaughters, Ava and Gracie, into a trust account, right? Because it is a residual-based business. But guys, 20 million people are looking to join, and the ones that are already doing it are discovering, wow, I found a new way to make some extra money, but it's just another job. It's not going to take me where I want to go. How many people are looking to join this gig economy between the ages of 11 and 42, 18 and 29, guys? You see the stats here. the upper blue line, the younger they are, the more they're looking to join the new way of making money. Now, let me get to the better point of today. A lot of you guys are kind of held back because the thing that holds you back is the fact that we're in this industry, right? This industry of network marketing, right? It's an industry that, oh my gosh, it's one of them things. In fact, I'm going to jump off screen for a moment. I was having a conversation in Florida with this very sharp young man. In fact, it was Julia's daughter. He wants to have his own business. He wants to make a lot of money. He loves to travel, and he's young, okay? He went to college. He's in debt. Can't pay the student loans back. Living with his mom and dad. I mean, this is the typical scenario, right? And he says, well, I would love to do it. But my friends would love to do it because they want everything about what we want. They want to travel. They don't want to be chained to the desk. They want to be digital nomads. They want to be able to travel the world and go anywhere they want, anytime they want, right? They want to be able to make money from their digital devices. I mean, they are screaming, begging, somebody please, please sign me up in Travorium. But there's one little hang up. But this is one of those pyramid things. That word, that structure, right? This is one of those pyramid things. That is the thing that brings growing men, growing women to their very knees. I would love to tell you about the most incredible business where you can get rich, but I'm afraid of what you might think of me because it's one of those things, right? And so the first thing I said to him when he said that, I'm like, who told you that? Who told you that this was a bad industry? Was it the people who loaned you the $100,000 for college and, by the way, then passed laws saying that you cannot BK it? You may not know that. If you borrow $100,000 to buy a McDonald's, it doesn't work, you can BK it out. You go bankrupt, right? They forgive the loan. They never, ever forgive the loan for student loans. Those kids are in debt forever. They cannot forgive it. They cannot file BK. And they keep just loaning them. And they get these degrees that I got this degree. You just saw the video. I mean, most people with a bachelor's degree are not making $74K. He said, pretend you're making $74K. Most of them are making 50 to 60, right? He used a number that's even higher than the national average, and they're broke. They can't pay back their student loan debt. Who told you this industry was bad? The people who gave you the loan, that they're going to make a fortune as you pay it back for the rest of your life, and they generate all that interest? Or maybe it was the university who took your $100,000 and then gave you a worthless piece of paper that won't even pay back the loan. Maybe it was them. Maybe it was your boss who's paying you so little you can have to go live in that 2-bedroom apartment with someone else. You can barely survive, barely pay the bills. You're living paycheck to paycheck. If anything happens, if you get sick, they don't pay you. If you get hurt, they don't pay you. If there's another pandemic, they don't pay you. If they can find someone younger than you who will do it for less money than you, they're not going to pay you. If they can embrace artificial intelligence, automation, technology, they're not going to pay you. Who told you this industry was bad? I swear, some of you went somewhere where like, you will go to college. You will be in debt for the rest of your life. You will work a job that pays no money. You will always be broke. Stay away from that thing that wants to pay you money. I know Igor and Larissa made $300,000 residual. They'll be making $1 million next year, but stay away from that. That's bad. Stay at your job that keeps you broke. I mean, who told you that? I mean, think about just for a moment. Facebook. You guys hear me talk about this on my presentations, right? And guys, this is actually a personal rant of mine. I mean, Facebook tricked 3 billion people into becoming network marketers. 3 billion people signed up for Facebook and Instagram. They have never, ever advertised, ever. How do you get 3 billion people? Oh, that's right. I forgot. I invited my friends. They invited their friends. They invited their friends. They invited their friends. By the way, I used to say that Mark Zuckerberg was the 10th richest man in the world. My Forbes magazine I got from my father-in-law. Thank you, father-in-law. He's now the 8th. He's gone from the 10th richest man in the world to number 8. He's now the 8th richest man in the world, worth over $100 and whatever billion he is. How did he get the $100 billion something dollars? Oh, that's right, because 3 billion people joined his platform. How did he get the 3 billion people to join the platform? You and I, we're the ones that brought the customers. Has he ever sent you a check? Has he ever once sent you a Christmas card and said, thanks for the billions, right? Thanks for making me the 8th richest man in the world. Appreciate you. No, he didn't give you a check. He didn't give you a card. He gave you nothing. So you come here and you book on our travel portal. You go to Las Vegas, Nevada. You book someplace 60% off, 70% off. You tell a friend, oh my gosh, you got to see the deals over here. Unbelievable. They look at it. Oh my gosh, I'm getting ready to go to Vegas. They sign up. They save a bunch of money. Dave Hart sends you a check and says, thank you for the business. And people convinced you that was bad. Ooh, that's bad. Don't bring that stuff near me. Do it for free. If you do it for free, that's good. That's a reputable company. But if they pay you a check, oh, stay clear. Who told you that? Guys, people are listening to the wrong person. Whose side are you on? Again, it's a rant, but it's a personal rant and for a reason. Now, further, when you understand the pyramid industry, by the way, Richard Branson, who owns Virgin Airlines, owns Virgin Galactic. He's putting people in space. He's the billionaire from the UK. He was the keynote speaker at the Pyramid Convention, right? And I use that word affectionately, the network marketing convention, a few years ago, telling people this is what you ought to do. This is the direction things are going. Warren Buffett, the 5th richest man in the entire world, owns not 1, not 2, owns 3 direct sales companies. Oh, don't bring that stuff near me. Why? Because Warren Buffett likes it? Because it made him a lot of money? Your friends are listening to the wrong people. But if you read the book, Think and Grow Rich, if you've never read that book, put it on your list. If you read the book, Think and Grow Rich, he spent 20 years writing the book. He spent 20 years with the 500 richest men in the world. And he said, here's the things they all do in common. This is how they got rich. Go do the same thing will happen for you. But he also said, here's the number one reason people fail, according to the 500 richest men in the world. And that is they listen to their friends, family, and relatives. I understand that when you sign people up, they get all these negative voices, right? Constant negative voices. I met a lady, the guy the other day, super sharp guy, his own kid, 21. Dad, it's a scam. It's no good. Get out. Eject, eject, eject. The kid has no idea what this is about. No clue, has no idea how the travel business works, has no idea 2 companies control the entire space, has no idea they're jacking the price up on everybody. The only people ripping you off around here is Expedia. I mean, go look at the list of top 10 internet companies in the world. The companies making billions and billions and billions. On that list, Expedia, Priceline, and you think we're the ones ripping you off, giving it to you for 50, 60, 70, when they're making billions and they own nothing travel related? Let me think about this for a moment. Who do you think it is possibly ripping you off? Not to mention, when you go from Expedia, you go to Orbitz, you go to Travelocity, you go to Trivago, you go to Cheap Tickets, you go to Hotels.com. They all have different websites. They all have different logos. They all have different features and functions. They all have different prices on the exact same hotel, and they're all owned by the same company. They are literally going out of their way to deceive you, to make you believe you are price shopping when you are not. And we're the ones ripping you off? What, are you kidding me? Whose side are you on? Go back to just the tax advantages of having a home-based business. I read the article exactly 1 year ago, and it said that 50% of all people in the United States do not even have $4,500 in their savings account. And the reason that struck me so much is that if you understand the home-based business tax advantages, the average person can put $5,000 to $6,000 real money in their bank account this year if they simply get a home business. Now, you don't have to make money. You simply have to try. You just have to try. If you simply try, those people can put more money in their bank account this year than they put in their bank account in the last 10, 20, 30 years working their regular job. And I wouldn't want to do that. You will always be broke. Stay away from the thing that can make you money. Go in debt. Go back to school. Give us the money. I mean, whose side are you on? And so, guys, it's an education process, right? It's an education process. Now, I'm going to bang through some slides super, super fast. We're going to probably do this again next week. Some of you next week, hey, didn't we do this last week? Yeah, but we're going to bang through it so fast. It's like we're going to do it twice, right? But I just want to kind of cement the point of the fact that, again, the network marketing industry is not the industry that people think it is. People think it's a sales industry. It's not a sales industry. Selling's like selling cars. Christine Lemieux comes into my car dealership. Ha! I got someone on the lot. I got me a hot one. And I go out and I sell her a car. She buys the car, and I'll probably never talk to her again in my life, ever. Now, she may even come back to the same car dealership, but she'll probably deal with somebody else. Maybe I sell her another car, 8 years from now. But it's a transactional business, right? I make a sale, bye-bye. We'll never talk again, right? That's different than our industry. When Christine signed up, nobody gets rich because you signed up somebody and made $50 on her when they signed up, right? You get rich because I help Christine build a business. I help her build that Netflix membership base, okay, all around the world. I only become successful if I help Christine become successful. Nobody can become successful unless you help other people become successful. The only way to make money in this business is to help other people make money. Now, is that the way it works at where you currently work? No. In most businesses, if I get promoted, you didn't. If I got the job, you didn't. If our company got the contract, you didn't. If my Chicago Bears win and your Green Packers lose, it's a just day, right? My team won, your team lost, right? If it's everything in life is based on win, lose. If I'm your sales manager at a regular company, am I going to teach you everything I know? No. I'm afraid you're going to come take my job. I'm going to try to always kind of hold you down and keep you in your place and keep you down there so I can stay up here. And that's good. But if I'm in a business where my only job is to help you become successful, I only become successful if I help you become successful. Ooh, that's bad. Don't go near that. Ooh, that's one of them things. Who told you that? Again, whose side are you on? Now, here's the greatest irony of all. In fact, I'm not going to do the slides. We're 2 out of time. Greatest irony of all. Everything you can think of, every business structure you can think of on the entire planet, every form of business is a pyramid. If this were the Catholic Church, and by the way, in my slide, I actually took the slide from the Catholic website where they've got the Pope, they got the bishops, they got the priests, they got the deacons, and then down here we got the congregation. It's a freaking pyramid. It is on the Catholic website. I was born and raised Catholic. I can talk about that. Now, if I were to pull up the hierarchy of General Motors or any other company, Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, right? Who makes the most money at Facebook? We all know the answer. It's Mark Zuckerberg. He's the guy on top, right? If it were General Motors, it's the CEO. Who makes the second most amount of money? It's not some mystery. Everybody knows the answer. It is the executive IPs, the VPs, right? Who makes the next amount of money? Oh, let me think about that. It's the VPs. Then it's the assistant VPs. Then it's the managers, the supervisors. And here you are at the bottom, right down here, the guy making the car. You were down here on the bottom, the guy doing the riveting on the machines. You're making the cars for General Motors. Now, what are the chances if I work at General Motors and I'm on the assembly line and I'm working my tail off, man? I'm working twice as hard as anybody else, man. Man, Daddy, bring me another one. Daddy, give me another one. And I'm just going like a mile a minute. Remember that dog that Daryl Roberts showed, that dog that was doing the thing, right? And I'm like, just like a machine, man. And I put out twice everybody else. What are the chances of me making more money than even my immediate supervisor? Cannot happen. It cannot happen because you're in a pyramid. Hello, you are stuck down here. Where you joined the company determines what your income. What are the chances of me down here making the cars, getting up here? What are my odds? Zip. We all know that. Now, here's the irony. Number one, an actual network marketing structure comes out like a pyramid on top. They come down very, 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 very deep. And they eventually shrink at the bottom. That is what an actual network marketing structure looks like. Excuse the drawing. Comes out like a pyramid on top, comes down very, very deep. Picture the Washington Monument, and then they eventually shrink at the bottom. That is what an actual network marketing company looks like. Now, here's the irony. It is the only form of business we know of. Let me say that again. It is the only form of business. Everybody say only. Touch yourself and say only. It is the only form of business we know of that does not form a pyramid. You can't make this stuff up. It's one of the greatest ironies of all. Now, if I were to then go to Travorium for a moment, we all know that Eager and Larissa got this massive business, right? And you guys all hear the story. So here's Eager and here's Larissa, right? And they're making about 300 grand a year, right? 300K a year. Now, there's at least 150 people above Eager and Larissa, and they make more money than all of them. They make more money than all of them, right? And they don't make money more than everybody, but they make more money than 150 people below them. Now, wait, hold on. I thought this was a pyramid. If it's a pyramid, shouldn't the guy at the top make the most money and them way down here make less? No, because people are full of crap. They have no idea what they're talking about. Here, your position, where you fall in the pyramid, that's what determines your income at General Motors. That's what determines your income at Facebook. Remember, the people that are telling you, ooh, that's bad. Don't go there. Stay in our pyramid, right? If I'm making a lot of money off you, you wouldn't want to do that, right? Over here, what determines your income is not where you fall in the structure, but what you do. A meritocracy. What I do determines my income. What a refreshing approach. If I'm the one working hard, Danny, bring me another one. Shouldn't I make more? Shouldn't I make more? That can only happen in a network marketing company, the thing that everyone told you, ooh, don't go there. That's bad, right? Guys, whose side are you on? It's totally different industry than people think. You only get ahead by helping other people get ahead. It's not a pyramid. It doesn't even look like a pyramid. It doesn't matter where you fall in the structure. It doesn't matter whether you're male, female, Catholic, Protestant, Muslim, Hindu. Doesn't matter. You could be white, green, yellow, brown, black, purple. You could be male, female, other. I know we have an other category nowadays. It does not matter. Our computer does not know the difference. The computer says X amount of volume left, X amount of volume right, cut them a check. There's no glass ceilings. It's not a matter of who's Butissimo I'm kissing over by the water cooler, right? This is not the good old boys club because I happen to know the right people and I'm brown nosing the right people, right? It's not that. It's based on I go out and tell people about something extraordinary. We're bringing a brand new model to the single largest industry in the world. You can travel for less. You can earn travel. You can earn vacations from the company, travel for virtually nothing. You can make unbelievable money. Maybe you don't want to make unbelievable money. Maybe you just want to make part-time money. You can save thousands in taxes. It's an incredible environment with some of the most positive, amazing people ever. And so with that, guys, I see we got Coach D on here. Coach, are you still with us? If you're ready, Coach, come on. If not, I just have to see you on here. I just want to bring you on if you're ready. I'm going to finish my rant. I know you got a big event coming up in March.
Oh boy, I'm back here cracking up. You know, I just got off a call with my team, and so my computer it just, because I'm already in the corporate. But I'm telling you, you on fire today, brother.
Personal rant.
I just pulled out this book. Now, y'all, I apologize from the pastor for the bad language, but it says, "This is you. You are a badass at making money."
Hey, boy, hold that on. Let me take a picture of that. I've read you're a badass. I've never read you're a badass at making money. Hold on.
Yes,
guys, you get a book recommendation, you also be taking pictures.
I got a book recommendation, honey, and I've been had this book, I don't know, probably a year. I bought it, and I bought it. I never read it, and I pulled it out today. And you've been on. You have been on 10. Oh my God, I am just too excited, and I was just too excited. You on fire, Todd. And what I think for me, what makes this so exciting, and I was telling the team earlier, is because I've been here since we only had the world tours. We only had I've been here when people came and people left. I've been here when I've seen people on the bottom who now are eating at the top. I was here when Larissa and Igor came to my conference last March and said, and we're going ambassador. And they were only 2-star directors and director. I remember that. And so to see all of this today, I'm just, just totally I just feel blessed. I feel blessed. And to see that my husband, who had no experience at all and really didn't even understand the industry or even like the industry, went on to love the industry and become a top money earner even unto his death. I mean, come on now. You can't make this stuff up, right? You can't. I mean, sometimes I get tired of telling my own story, but people seem to love the stories, right? We can't make the Igor and Alyssa story, or we can't make the story of Cynthia. I was texting one of my top money earners that came from another company, and I was texting him a few minutes ago because he was texting me, and I was saying, you can't make this stuff up. He was like, oh my God, this is ridiculous, right? So I would just say, just you have been on fire, you have been on point. Everybody needs to share this. This thing needs to go viral. You know, I don't understand why Travorium has not went viral. I get paid on Facebook now. I am an influencer. And I don't understand why it does not go viral with as many people as we have in this business, because people are not sharing it. But somebody asked me, if you knew what you knew now, what would I've done something differently? Todd, I'm telling you, I would have not done anything differently. I wouldn't be upset. I'm glad that the leaders came, dumped me, left me. I ain't glad they took but you know, it always new people, fresh blood helps you to build this type of business. So I just said to myself, I'm going to build a lifestyle and not a career. That's the bottom line. As an ambassador, you build a lifestyle and not a career.
You know, Coach, you brought up a great point there for a moment, because when you think about some of the people who've risen to the top in our company, I mean, you think about all the French ambassadors and Danny, you think about, Igor, Larissa, and the Slavic team. We got our first ambassador over in Kazakhstan. Guys, remember, our website is not in the Russian language. Our videos are not in the Russian language. They have this huge barrier, these huge obstacles they have to overcome to make this work. You guys just hop on here, everything in English. They got to wait for translations, right? When I do a training on Monday, you got to sit there and they got to translate. I mean, and they sit there for hours taking notes, right? They're hungry. When you look at what Coach D had to go through, all of the pain and some of the sacrifice, right? Sometimes we want it to be easy, guys, but you don't grow when it's easy. You don't get stronger when it's easy. You don't grab a feather and start doing curls and get stronger. No, you got to grab a dumbbell. You got to have a little struggle, right? You got a little sweat. You know what I mean? It gets tough at times, right? But that's what makes you stronger. That's what makes you tougher. And sometimes you got to quit wanting what you don't want. What you want is to succeed. And you're saying, but I don't want to struggle. That just don't coincide. And when you look at the people that have had to struggle, like Coach D or Dale, Marie, and Danny, because they were here in the early days, we didn't have everything we have today. Or you look at the French team, we didn't have anything. We didn't have a French website. We didn't have French videos. Danny had to be the single translator, along with Christine and other people, that you try to translate everything, giving birth to an entire nation, waiting for the company to get all this stuff out. Now they have it today, but they didn't back when they were growing rapidly, right? The Slavic team, right? We don't have things in Russian. So again, when you look at people that have had to struggle, sometimes they become the biggest. So if you're struggling, be glad. Be glad. The struggle is what's going to become your victory. It's what's going to make you stronger and make you tougher, mentally tough. It's going to help you overcome. And I'll give you guys a personal story, because I started today with my daughter playing softball. She got a Division I scholarship to a school called Bradley. And so she's going in there as a freshman, but she played a good part of her career for a guy named, I don't see his last name. His name's Stan. Okay. And Stan was a great, great coach, but he was like a tyrant. A lot of the girls we played ball with went on to play college ball. Now, some of them set other records in college. I mean, they were great players, but most of them quit. Most of them quit. I mean, Stan was so unbelievable. He was fighting with the parents, fighting with other coaches. Kids like, man, I can't stand this guy. I mean, he was a tyrant. He was tough. But my daughter just did everything he said and went through it. So when she got to college, right, there's a big jump between high school and college. When you get into college, you're on scholarship. They tell you what time to be there, what time to eat. They tell you what you can eat, what you can drink. I mean, you were bought and paid for. You're on scholarship, right? We're going to do 3 a days. And I mean, it's just this whole new regimen. I mean, that it's like this whole next level thing. And a lot of the kids have trouble adjusting. Like, oh my gosh, these coaches are so mean. And of course, because my daughter had Stan, this is nothing. This is nothing. And because she was mentally more prepared, she got to start as a freshman. And because she got to start as a freshman, that's why she got to set some of the records she set, because she had an extra year of playing time. Some kids don't get the field till they're a junior. You got to sit the bench for a couple of years, wait your turn, right? So I only got 2 years of playing. She got a full 4 years of playing because she was mentally ready, because she had to go through that thing. So sometimes be glad when you have the struggle. Be glad when it's tough. Be glad when Coach D had 2 different uplines quit and try to steal her entire team, right? She had to go through all of the stuff. That's what made her the leader she is today. She didn't go through those things, she wouldn't be the leader she is today.
Exactly. Exactly. And so I just say to all the people out there, to our partners, no matter what, and I think that's why people are ranking up fast. I remember when David told Danny he had to build it before he would even put the language in, right? Go build it. That was his favorite. Go build it.
Told
That
Igor
was
Larissa,
his
same
favorite
thing.
word
Told
back
Igor
in the
Larissa,
day,
same thing.
right? Elite Igor. So go build it. So go build it, and know that no one owes you anything. You know, I want my leaders. I mean, I got leaders that's going to do it in less than the 4 years that it took me. And it took me that because I had a lot of adversity. But to see somebody do it in 13 months, 14 months, my friend Cynthia, to do it in the time that she did it, because she actually did ambassador in 6 months, and then she did 1-star ambassador in 6 months after she made up in her mind, right? And I was telling her story to another leader who came in, and he was just sitting there. He was sitting there for like 7 months and not doing anything. He just got in to appease his aunt. And now he keeps telling me, Coach, I got all these rocks up, I'm thinking all these knots upside my head because I finally caught the vision. When are you going to catch the vision? So know that nobody owes you anything, but if you build it, and we're here to help you and show you and use our own struggle and our own adversity so you don't have to go through the struggle. No coach is going to be nice to you 100,000%. Every coach is going to have a strength and a weakness, and that's why they have assistant coaches. That's why we have all of these different platforms. So go check out Daryl and Maria today. Ty was on fire today. Our team had a great meeting today. I am so proud of all of these ambassadors. You know, I feel like sometimes I'm the mama of the ambassadors, right? Everybody comes to Coach D, but I'm good with that. You know, I'm good with that because I want them to do better than me. You know, when Larissa and Igor wanted to talk, we talked as a couple. Okay, and when couples come in now, I say, don't be stupid like me, because I didn't even want to put my husband in. Right? Don't be crazy. Right?
Get your spouse signed up.
Get your spouse signed up in your first. I mean, get, as long as the company allows it, get them done, because I didn't want to sign Guy up. But what would have happened if I had never signed him up and not listened to David and said, go ahead and put him in regardless if he's sick or not? You know, I was thinking, okay, well, he goes sick, he gonna die. But his thing was, if I could get to this 2-star director, it's going to bless my family. And I'm telling you, we are blessed. We are continuing. We got getting our state documents from state of Tennessee.
Your granddaughters are millionaires.
They're legalized.
They're millionaires.
You know? Yeah, they're gonna be and you know, Gracie is a straight entrepreneur. She's selling Girl Scout cookies right now. She's a straight entrepreneur, right? My granddaughter 29, because of this company, she's a straight entrepreneur. She's 29 and won't work for anybody. You know, she works for herself, doing her own businesses, going to real estate school, just doing. So do what you need to do in order to, and listen to your leaders. You know, listen to the leaders. Find you a leader and listen to the leader, preferably the person that brought you into business. But if not, someone that is willing to make the sacrifice to sow into your life, you know. And that's all I got to say, Todd. I'm so full. I'm on fire now. I'm like, man, I need
ready to go.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Because you killed it today. You killed it. You know, because if I had to listen to my children, when I first came in this, and everybody, they said all of those things to me. You old, get somewhere, sit down, you 61, be a senior citizen, da 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 da. I wouldn't have been 65 in Louis Vuitton for the first time in Paris, France. You know, I wouldn't be driving a brand new BMW that I'm getting ready. They won't back because they want me to get another one. I would not have an 841 credit score because of this company. You understand what I'm saying?
So that again, 844 credit score.
841. And I just found that out from the bank, right?
Wow.
And all I did was use my Travorium 1099. And they went in there and they sent me a thing, said my credit score 841. When I came in this business, you don't even want to know what it was. Because you can legally use your income from this company. Man, oh man, oh man, right? I walk in like a rock star now. I walk in like a millionaire, and I ain't made a million yet. But I all because of Travorium. So I could continue to tell you some stories, but I'm gonna just say, build a life and not a career. Build the lifestyle that you want by using Travorium. Get past all the no's and all the stuff and all the junk and worrying about who came and who went and who that. Don't worry about it. Just and plug in. Everybody on here, go get somebody that on your team and plug in. Do the work and don't feel sorry for yourself. And if you are a guest, get a position. One thing the leader said to me, at least I got a position. Get a position and a placement in this company, even though you may not ever know what you're going to do with it. So God bless you, Ty. Thank you so much. You were powerful today. You really were.
I appreciate that so much, Coach. And guys, remind you one more time that today we got Daryl Maria, Travorium versus Expedia. It's a full presentation. So they're going to learn everything about our company, product, comp plan, everything is going to be done. I'll be on there doing the comp plan. And so everything is going to be covered, but the live price demo, we can't record it. They don't allow us to record it. The live price demo will be done today. Travorium versus Expedia, live price comparisons, documentation beats conversation. All you got to do is invite people. Let Daryl Maria do the work for you. All you got to do is invite people. Again, you guys can screenshot this. You can take a picture of that. It's meetupworldwide.com. Again, meetupworldwide.com. Give me 1 second. Hey, Mary, I'm going to call you right back in 2 seconds. I'm finishing. I'll be 2 seconds. Okay, bye. Meetupworldwide.com. You guys just saw me answer your phone call. Meetupworldwide.com. Or you could write down the Zoom ID down there. One final comment. Last night we were talking about our brand new ambassador in Kazakhstan. She got there 5.5 months. And this was a comment from Larissa. And guys, this is real talk. If you've been on here this long, you want real talk. Okay. You wouldn't be here this long if you didn't want real talk. And this is just Larissa talking real talk. And she wrote, it's amazing how some people complain and other people just work and have amazing success. Kazakhstan's having an unbelievable party today. They're all super excited. We continue to go back and forth, right? I just thought, what an amazing quote. Amazing how some people complain and other people just work and are having amazing success. Guys, you got to do the work. You have to do the work. And it's a mindset thing. You can read it in the Bible. On the trip from Egypt to the promised land, all they did was complain, and it did not go well for them. If you've never read the account, go to the book of Genesis. When God brought them from Egypt in slavery, bringing them to the promised land, the lack of milk and honey, all they could do was complain, and it did not end well, right? If you moan and complain in the desert, you will remain. You have to read the books, do the mindset, get positive, get around the right people, right? Sometimes it's a process. Sometimes it takes a while. Todd, I've been doing it a year. It hasn't happened yet. It took me 2.5. It took David Hart 3 years. 3 years in the business, never signed up anybody. David Hart, his first company. I was 2 years and flat broke. Guys, it takes sometimes some time. Don't compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 50. You're running your own race. We're here to help you, support you, encourage you. Hey, be on the Zoom today. Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for sitting through my rant. Again, if you want that video that I showed earlier where the guy was doing all the numbers, right? If you're making 74K, you're still broke. Again, you can text me. You can reach out to me on Facebook. You can email me, toddstrand@gmail.com. I mean, I stayed up all night thinking of that one, toddstrand@gmail.com. And you're just my name at gmail.com or 951 951-445-9500. Again, 951-445-9500. Text me. I'll send you the link to that video. There's a couple other videos like it, by the way, that you'll, again, it just shows you where we're at, why people so desperately need Travorium. They just don't know it yet. We have to go out there, educate people. They are screaming, please put me in Travorium. They just don't know it yet. All right, guys. See you guys at back here, not here. We'll see you at meetupworldwide.com. Again, not here. We'll see you at meetupworldwide.com in exactly 1 hour and 30 minutes. Till then, God bless. Bye, everybody.